Here I am. I do crowd work, and there's no crowd. There's no, how many, let me see how many people?
I got 3, maybe 4.
3, maybe 4 people. I counted earlier, there was 18. Right now there's 4 people, and what I need is questions. Hi, let me introduce myself. I'm Dr. Laird. I'm your local astronomer. I do a bit in which I permit you to ask Dr. Laird your stupid astronomy questions. But since there's only a few people in the room, that might not happen tonight. In which case, I'm going to bomb in front of you, because I'll just stand here and use the 7 minutes that I've got to do absolutely nothing, unless you help me. And even though there's only 4 of you in the room, you have to. Otherwise, you will have a bit in which I do nothing for 7 minutes. Are you ready?
Yeah. Ready.
Okay. Ask Dr. Laird your stupid astronomy questions, starting now.
Dr. Laird, we're going into the season of Leo. Would you have any advice for us going into Leo?
Okay, you do realize that's a stupid astronomy question because it's astrology.
Oh, the whole time. See, you said stupid and here we are.
Okay.
Did I not deliver?
You did. You did. Thank you very much for that. Okay. Is there anything else, or would you like to see me stand here?
Why is Pluto not? Why are people on the fence about Pluto being a planet or not?
People are not on the fence about Pluto being a planet. It is officially and rightfully demoted. It is demoted because there are other dwarf planets out there, and if you wanted to count Pluto as a planet, you would have to add another 20 planets to the solar system. So rather than that, we only have 8 real planets and 20 dwarfs. Otherwise, you know, it would be 28 dwarfs. So it's fair. It's fair. Eris is bigger than Pluto. Did you know that? No.
Eris?
Eris is bigger than Pluto.
Is it bigger than Uranus?
Nothing's bigger than Uranus.
Will we ever be able to travel at light speed?
Will we ever be able to travel at light speed? Only in your dreams. Otherwise, no way. If you travel at light speed, time will stop still for you. Kind of like that. And nothing will happen. So no, if you really want to have a good time, you don't want to travel at light speed. Okay, next question, please. If there is one. If there's none, I'll just remember, stand here.
Is it true that all gold is formed within a supernova?
No, it is not true that all gold is formed within a supernova. And the reason for that is because we have a challenger to the supernova, and it's called a kilonova.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's true. Remember, this is not comedy, all right? This is science, okay? So don't laugh at that. Remember, it's science. Okay.
I have a question.
No, you can't interrupt. I'm talking. Okay. You can ask after, but keep it. Okay. So what happens is, normally in a supernova, what happens is a star implodes, boom, and then boom. That's a supernova, and what you get is a lot of gold and other good stuff. But it turns out that the stuff that you and I are made of is not made so much in a supernova as in a kilonova, and that is when 2 neutron stars collide. We actually saw that with our newfangled gravitational telescope, and we saw them collide at the same time that we felt them collide. And so we now know that most of the elements higher than gold, higher than iron, come from kilonovas. That's new information in the last 10 years. Okay, did you have that question now? I could appreciate it if you would give it to me now.
Okay. What is the fastest way that we can stop climate change as an individual?
The fastest way you can stop climate change as an individual is suicide. Because if you stop consuming, you will stop making and polluting the planet with the energy that's required to make the garbage that you consume every day. So I'm close. I will be able to stop, consuming fairly soon now, and I don't have to do anything to do that. I'll just simply die. So, are we finished with the questions? Is there another one? Yes.
Sorry, so follow up.
Follow up.
Does that mean that the reason why there was a dip in, there was a slow, like climate change went slower during COVID was because there were so many people who died?
Climate change was definitely happened slower during COVID because people stopped consuming. People stopped making things. People stopped flying in planes. Planes pollute. All sorts of things that we do pollute. So as soon as we stopped consuming, we stopped polluting. We stopped going anywhere, and we just started, hunkering down. And hunkering down is good for the planet.
Will you be grading this test on a curve?
I am always graded on a curve. I hope I do well. As far as your grades are concerned, you'll have to see me after class.
And the idea of humanity has to move to another planet.
And the idea of humanity moving to another planet,
Right,
yes.
they were burning out Earth and we have to move to another planet. Would you say, which is a better option? Mars,
Yes.
right,
Mars.
which has no water,
Or
like trying to terraform Venus and change its chemistry, like hit it with a big asteroid, like maybe when we were Martians, we hit Earth, so then we were actually from Mars and came to Earth.
Terraforming Venus, of course, being obviously a terrible idea, but nevertheless, if you put enough stuff in front of Venus so that it wouldn't be so hot,
Yeah.
and then you did something to condense this terrible atmosphere which is 90 times the pressure on the surface of this planet.
Right.
Also, the surface temperature on Venus is hot enough to melt lead. But if you manage to condense all of that to the surface of Venus, it would be a nice place to visit. Better than Mars, because Mars is basically devoid of anything interesting to do on a Saturday night, whereas Venus is the love planet, so you do better there. We're not terraforming any place.
Could you change the orbit of Venus? And if you moved it further away, would that change the atmosphere?
If you moved Venus further away, it would not change the atmosphere, and there's no way in hell you could move a planet. Ever.
Whoa, that's a
I'm going on with ever. I'm stating never will you ever move a planet, and I've got 30 seconds left for the next question.
I have a question.
Yes.
Okay, so real quick, there are there are a lot of conversations going on where when in terms of climate change and all that, it's better to create deterrents and things that are able to sustain this planet more so. But so for example, in China, they're doing artificial rain, they're testing for stuff like that. What are the negative impacts of doing something like that?
Of artificial.
Of trying to preserve the planet, but also benefiting from it. So, for example, creating artificial rain and all that good stuff, or Tesla, and how it actually creates more carbon emissions to create the car than the car does to stay.
I think that in terms of helping the planet survive, I don't think we have a chance in hell to be able to do that. There's no point. You just better enjoy yourself now while we can. Nobody's paying attention, really. The only way we can save the planet is if we stop consuming. And we're not going to do that anytime soon. Climate change might screw us up. Thank you.
Dr. Laird! Dr.
Yes. You can find me every Tuesday night at 11 o'clock on Clubhouse, wherein you can find me doing Ask Dr. Laird Your Stupid Astronomy Questions. And if you want my card, I've got some right here.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Doctor. Let's keep going for Dr. Laird. That was an awesome set, very informative, very cool. I like that a lot. I could watch a lot more of that. Thank you very much for coming out here tonight.
Can I do a half hour?
That's it. I'd like that. We gotta get you back here.